Hello, it's Miri speaking. Good afternoon. I am in my balcony today. Feeling very, very good. Everything has been okay. This lockdown has been very proactive for myself. Have been studying a lot, learning a lot. Yes. And progressing in my mental, emotional, and spiritual path. Yeah, that's the most important thing. So today I'm gonna talk about something very, very interesting. Yes, can you see? This is one of my trees is my orange tree. He's in my balcony, and she's keeping good. Even has been very cold lately, but she's been okay. Can you see a lot of new leaves? Yes, I have on my left here. I have my lemon tree, the same size as this one. So well, I'm gonna talk about something very interesting today. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a story. Yes, bedtime story. um, I have been listening a lot of people talking about, how complaining about being here in the evening this time. Okay, I have been listening. Oh, I don't want to be here anymore. That's not what I was planning, and this was not what I, were in my idea how to, place to be. So, yes, I have been listening a lot of this. I want to go off. Stop the world. I want to go down. Things like this. Probably you have been saying the same thing. I don't like to be here anymore. That is not the place I choose to be. That's what I not choose to be. And, all things like this. And this story is about exactly that feelings. Okay. Well, I'm gonna call that person, that being, John. Okay. Well, John was like we are now. I don't want to be here. John was complaining every single moment of his day. I didn't want to be here. That was not what I planned to be. I want to get down. I want to go off. I want to go to a better place. And he was complaining about the lockdown. He was complaining about, the weather. He was complaining about the people, and he was complaining about the rudeness, what is going around our planet right now. Oh, I am with this because I don't want to get, the wind, etc. on my head. So that's why I'm wearing my scarf on my head. So John was like this, complaining every single moment, complaining before go to bed, complaining when he was waking up and the weather was dark and everything was raining, and complaining about the lockdown, complaining about the lack of freedom to go around and play, etc. John was complaining like all of us. Okay. So one day he went to bed complaining again. I can't sleep good because I'm not doing exercise, because I'm not going out, because I'm not doing anything. So John was like this. He went to bed to sleep, and then he started to dreaming. Was a very interesting dream. He was in a beautiful field, okay? Large open field. And then he decided, because it was beautiful and sunny and the way he loves the world to be, he decided to run. And he started to run. And as he was running, he noticed that his speed was going faster and faster. And suddenly, he discovered himself floating in the air. And then he said, oh, I can fly. And then he started to fly. And he floated very higher. And as higher as he was going, as happy he was getting. Yes, I can fly, I can fly. And he was flying very higher, 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 higher. So higher that when he looked down, he noticed there were a lot of little islands. And he looked at it and said, what the heck, I never thought there were so many islands nearby my place. And as farther up he was going, more islands was appearing on the horizon. Millions of islands, beautiful view of these islands floating on this space. And then he noticed that someone was by his side, and he looked up. It was a little up him. And then the being that was flying also looked at him and smiled and said, oh, you are enjoying your trip, are you? And he said, yes, I'm enjoying very much. I didn't know that there are so many islands like this. I never guessed. And then the being said to him, okay, do you want to visit some of them? And he said, why not? Yeah, let's go. And he was excited now. John was very excited now. He was going to visit some island, different islands, and he didn't guess and never thought there were so many islands around. And then the being took his hand and said, okay, let's go to that island on the left. And they went to the island. And they were floating on top of the island. The island was beautiful, full of rocks, full of crystal rocks, like, amethyst and clear crystals and rose quartz and all types of colors, blue, green. And he said, whoa, what a beautiful place. But then he noticed that no one was there. It was empty. And he looked at the being and said, why is empty? No, what a beautiful place and no one is here. And a beautiful lake, peaceful lake, like, and the breeze was so nice and warm. And he said, what a beautiful place and no one is here to enjoy it. And then the being said, no, there is people here. Where? I can't see anyone here. There is no one here. I said, yeah, pay attention. Pay attention. Look deep on the rocks. Look deep on by the lake. And then he started to notice that some kind of transparent clouds, like brilliant clouds. And he said, that's not people. He said, yes, they are people that has different types of bodies. They were so in peace, in harmony with everything, that they don't need bodies anymore. They are inside themselves. They know how to behave. They know how to do everything. They are in balance with the environment, so they don't need bodies. They don't need sounds like, sounds of too heavy sounds. They like to this peaceful, state of being. He looked at the guide and said, I don't know if I like this. It's too peaceful. It's boring. Nothing happens here. Look, it's beautiful, but nothing happens. Everything is like, it's too peaceful for me. I don't like this. That's not a place I want to be in right now. I want something different. I don't want to be. If this is balance, I don't want to be in this balance. And they been look at him and said, okay, what do you want to do? And said, I want to visit another island. Now he was excited. He wants to see more. So John and this kite float to another island. When they got to that island, it was completely different. It was the opposite, you know. They were like, they were beings with flesh, body, but they were completely different. They looked like more as lizards. They were big, massive, and they were fighting, and the environment were like volcanoes here, volcanoes there, and you know, everything very messy and dark and full of rocks floating around. And these beings were fighting for one cave. They want, all of them wants the same cave. And then he looked at the guy and said, look, there is more caves around. Why these people doesn't, why they need to fight for one cave if there is so many caves? They can go in other places and take another cave. They don't need to be all of them in the same cave. Why they are fighting for one cave? There is more caves. And the being said, well, they don't realize there is more caves around. They don't know. They don't go and try to find another cave. They are so used to this cave, they want everyone in the same cave. And then he said, they are very stupid then. He said, no, it's because they don't have knowledge of other caves. They don't make an effort to go and search for another ones. They are very primitive. They don't have this knowledge of using the skills to find new stuff. And then John said, no, I don't want this place also. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be with people that doesn't have a brain to think about all the stuff and try to find another ways of living, another caves, another river, another tree, another source of food. No, it's not what I wanted. And said, okay, what do you want to go? What do you want to do? And John said, let's visit another island, please. And then the being took his hands and they flew to another island. This island were different. A lot of water. It was all covered in water. And then John said, it's not possible to live in a place like this. There is no dry lands for you to stand your feet on. There is just water. This is a sea planet. And he said, a sea island. And she said, yes, there is a sea island. But you can live in there. And he said, no way. John said, no way. No one can live in the water like this. You have to have a dry land to step on. I can't live like this. And he said, okay, let's dive. There is no one here, John said. He said, okay, let's dive and have a look around. And John said, I am afraid of water. And the being said, no, take my hands. I will help you. And then they got in a deep diving. And then John saw a lot of animals, and he realized that on the surface of the water was cold, but when he was deep inside the water, diving down very deep, it was warm and pleasant. It was not that bad, like he thought it would be. So John noticed that there were a lot of little things, stick to the rocks, and another ones, very little ones, floating around in the water. And then he looked at the guide and said, oh, there is creatures inside here. And then the guide said, yes, there is a lot of creatures here. There is a lot of life around here. And John looked at it and said, yes, there is a lot of life around here. But I don't like to be here because I don't like water like that. I will never be able to live in a place full of water like that without me putting my feet on something solid. That's not the place I would like to be. And then The guide said, okay, what do you want to do? He said, yes, let's go and visit another one. Now he was very excited. He saw so many different places. And then the guide, yes, just took him from the water, and then they flew to another island. And then when John saw that island, his eyes was open like, whoa, what is this? There were so many different types of things. There were trees, and there were forests, and there were water and oceans, and there were dry land. And then he started to pay attention to the dry land and the environment down there, and he saw a lot of people playing piano, and other people, playing football, and running around something, and then another ones were in the streets dancing, and a lot of music, and said, oh, that's a different stuff, is it? I like this. This is different. This is I can move. I can do something. I like this. I like the noise. I like the smell of this place. I like everything about this place. And then he noticed that there were a little small island on top of this big island. And he noticed that someone was trying to get from this big island to this small island. But the speed was not that good. It was not so much different from the speed of the things running on the dry land. And then he said, look at the guy, said, what they are trying to do? He said, yeah, they are trying to get to the small island on top. He said, yeah, but with that speed, they are not going to go farther, don't they? The guy said, yes, they are going to try. They're going to try. Do you know why? Because they want to go to other islands like you are doing now. They know there is other islands, but they don't know how the islands are. They don't know nothing about the islands, how far they are. They think they can get in there, but for now they can't. And then John said, well, I know there is a lot of other islands now. There is so many that I can count them. There are so many on the horizon that I can count them. But I can help them to go down there. I can help them to, because now I know that they need more speed. They need to discover ways of speeding themselves up so they can go to other islands, because with this speed they are never gonna get there. And then the guy said, okay, I will take to that island so you can help that people to build and to grow and to discover other islands. And then John said, okay, that's the place I'm feeling connected. That's the place I'm feeling attracted to. So the guide said, you can go and stay in there. And John just wake up from his dream. And then he started to cry, because he understood that it was his choice to be here, because that's the attraction he had for that place. What the lesson is, we are in the place we have connection to. The law of attraction. We are in this island here that we call Earth, because you like the noise, you like the party, we like the struggles, we love it, because you had the other options to go to other places. Why didn't choose the balanced, beautiful, calm place, the first island that John visited? Because it was boring, is it? So you like movement, don't you? So you are in the right place. We are in the right place because we choose to be here. We choose to be here because we have a plan. And the plan you have got is to help each other to achieve the dream of going to other islands and have the choice to be in that islands if you choose to, if you are attracted to. Okay? You are here because you are attracted to this. Don't deny it in your heart. You like the struggles. You like the fight. We like the fight, otherwise you'll never be here. Because when you see the island from up, you can see that there is a struggle, there is a fight, there is people killing each other, there is, abandonment, there is music, there is singing. Yeah, that's what you love here, because it's the diversity of Earth is immense. They give us a lot of opportunities to raise up your energy, to raise up our consciousness and go for a better place. You would never be happy in a peaceful, balanced place, because our level of energy is not that yet. We are going to achieve that when the time comes. But for now, we are here because you have a plan, you have a purpose, you have an aim, you have a goal. And this is what you have to concentrate it right now. In the goals we planned before you arrived in this island. It's a beautiful island. Earth is beautiful. When you saw the island from top, you love the green, you love the oceans, you love the blue of the waters, you love the sing of the birds, you love the roar of the sea. We love the roar of the animals, the elephants, the lions, the beauty of the birds singing, the beauty of the dolphins floating in the water. We love all of this. And we have to be happy here and help each other to bring this beautiful planet, this beautiful island to achieve their own goals, that is growing. Go out. So you can go out and search for other islands, but in peace in our heart. You can help the creatures that is still, fighting for a cave in future. You can help the creatures that is still in the water, struggling and progressing and evolving in the water. Yes. And I didn't talk about the islands of the children. There is island of children also. Yeah, children are terrible, don't they? There is one island of children that didn't grow yet, and you have to help them to grow. There is thousands of other planets and creatures around this immense universe, and there is not just one universe, there is more than one universe. So it's it's too vast, too big, that our brain can grasp. Okay, I gave my message to you. You are here because you choose, so don't complain. Stop complaining. Stop saying, I don't want to be here. Oh, please stop there if I want to go down. No, you don't. You have been in other places and you didn't like it. So be happy here. Let's put our hands together and let's go. Let's go. Let's build. Let's make this beautiful blue planet a place of peace. You don't need another one. You just need this one. Okay, God bless you. Keep you safe. And you also. Bye-bye.